Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most, Chris Talks. Hope that you are having a beautiful day because I am definitely having a beautiful day. So I really hope that you're having a beautiful one. Welcome, all my listeners, to the show. I want to thank all my new and old listeners right now for tuning in. All right, y'all know how we do. Let's get to the topic for this episode. Yeah, let's get into that right now. Okay, so a mother is facing felony arson charges after she allegedly tried to set her son on fire. Wow. All right, yeah, I know how we do. Let's let Sarah AI take over the story. Let's hit that, and after this, I'll give you my view, my opinion. Hit it. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
A Long Island mother with a hot temper is facing felony arson charges after she allegedly tried to set her son on fire. Hempstead police responded Tuesday to a 911 call from a man who told them he was trying to stop his mother from burning down his bedroom, with him in it. Police say Irma McConaughey, 58, stepped into the room where her adult son was sleeping. Around 11 a.m. Tuesday morning, January 2nd, 2024, evidently angry over something. Police say she punched him in the face. That woke him up. He told police his mother then ordered him to leave the residence. He went back to sleep. Police say Irma left the room. Moments later, she was back, this time with a container of lighter fluid. Her son said she proceeded to pour the liquid on her son as he lay in bed. Then emptied the rest of the contents on the bedroom floor as he watched. Then Irma allegedly took a good last puff of her cigarette and, exhaling, police say, tossed it on the floor. Police say it's reasonable to conclude Irma intended to burn up the apartment. A third-floor residence in a multi-family building on Union Street near the Hempstead Station train tracks. This is a 3-story apartment house and they live on the top floor. However, Irma's cigarette failed to ignite a full-scale fire. If you don't succeed at first. Irma tried again, police say. This time, according to her son, she allegedly left the bedroom, went to the kitchen, and dug up 2 long matches from a cabinet. When she returned to her son's bedroom, the 2 long matches were burning. Her alarmed son told police she was about to throw them onto the soaked floor. So he jumped up and grabbed the 2 matches and put the matches out. At this point, he called the police for help. Investigators arrived with a canine dog. When they walked him to the bedroom, the pooch sat, a message that flammable liquid was detected. Police say the dog confirmed the story Irma's son was telling them. So presumably did his bruises. They confronted Irma and got, they say, a statement of admission. Irma McConaughey was arraigned on 1 felony count of arson and a misdemeanor charge of assault for allegedly punching her son in the face. She pleaded not guilty before Judge Tricia Farrell on Wednesday and was released. But with orders for a mental health evaluation, the case is being handled as a criminal matter, not a domestic dispute to resolve in the family court.
Like, my dude.
Bruh.
Seriously.
Bruh.
Like, yo, what the f? She tried to burn her son out the room. Out the house. At 18 years old. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, before I get right into it, let's pay the bills. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe, that like, notification button. Check us out on all our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. You can check us out on our Facebook platform where we promote motivational and spiritual content to help you through your day to day. So check us out on Facebook, and I believe this show will also be posted on Facebook if I'm right. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, I'm gonna hit y'all with my view, my opinion on this particular show and this topic. This particular story brings us to Hempstead, Long Island. Okay, this happened in Hempstead, Long Island. And let me mention that it is. I would say it's a little bit crazy that this lady she tried to kick her son out, and then she set the house on fire because he wouldn't go out because he refused to leave and he went back to sleep. This is not a I want to say this is too much of a mental issue. I mean, it can be considered as a mental issue, but not too much of a mental issue. And the reason I say that is because she did tell her child, for whatever the reason may be, they don't disclose that. This is one thing that this woman does not disclose. And maybe later on she will disclose that. But she does not disclose that in this story from what we dug up. She does not disclose it. Maybe we'll do another story on this to where she does disclose that information. But as at this moment, she's not disclosing that information of the reason why she tried to kick her son out. But the thing I don't understand is this. Now, this woman lived in a 3-story family house. She lived on the top floor. Top floor. So, to set that house on fire, I'm not sure if this woman was aware of what she was doing. Or if she was, I don't know. She probably was aware of what she was doing. But to go, to go to such extreme measures just to get your child out of the house,
Bruh.
come on, give her the dummy buzzer. Twice. That's not the type of parenting that is needed in any situation. To go that far to want to burn down the entire house, whether that was her only child or if she had another child, which they don't disclose if she had another child. But whether that was the only child or if she had another, that's not how you get your child out. I mean, there's several different ways that you could have kicked your child out. There's several different ways that you could have chose to say, "Hey, listen, you got to get out the nest." I mean, to most males, and let's be honest, to most males, at some point, your mom tells you, you got to get out the nest.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Don't say that. You got to get out the nest. Whether you like it or not. As a male, at some point, you got to grow the up and get the out the nest. Go out there on your own and do your own thing. And start your own family, whatever, if that's what you decide to do. Some males don't decide to start a family. Some males just decide, live a bachelor life. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I applaud those who do. Yes, I applaud those who do live that bachelor life. But being burnt out your house, I mean, like, yo, come the on. Burnt out your house. Can you imagine being burnt out your house? To any of my listeners, can you imagine the day that you decided to leave, or the moment that you decided to leave out of your house? If you are over 21, are there any 18-year-old listening to us? I don't know. I don't know. But if you are over 21, not even over 21, if you are just one of those listeners, one of my listeners who just sat there and left your house at whatever age that you left your house. You left your house. Can you imagine being burnt out of the like, for real?
Bruh.
That's what this dude went through. That's exactly what this person went through. They had to get burnt out of their house because they didn't want to leave. And you talk about a crazy mother. I know some of my listeners, y'all think y'all got crazy mothers. I know some of y'all do. Yeah, I think y'all got crazy mothers. Imagine if your mother did this because you refuse to leave the house.
Bruh.
Take a second and think about it. You consider yourself lucky now, don't you? You consider yourself lucky now, don't you?
Bruh.
I know you do. Because this is a crazy, and I mean a crazy mother. Mother. This is not parenting. In no shape, form, or fashion do I see this as parenting as trying to burn your son out of the house because he don't want to leave because he's old enough to get the out. I understand it. I understand it 150%. But yo, my, you don't have to burn him out. I mean, what age is this lady living in? Like, what? Where is she at right now? Where is she at? I mean, really. And as a result of this, the NYPD has charged this woman with arson, and also they charged her with an assault charge because she hit her son, and chose to put this in family court. Now, to all my listeners, this is what I want to ask you: do you think this situation should go to family court? Do you think that it should go to criminal court, or do you think that it should be separated in between both? Because this was a, um, a domestic, a family situation. Now, I don't know what your opinion is, but give it to me. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think your opinion is. Now, there's no comments for me to go through on this particular topic. But if I had to say one, I would say that she went through both. I would say that she be criminally held responsible, even though and it didn't state it in the report, but the house itself is still standing and being rebuilt at this time. Well, not being rebuilt, but it's still standing and it's in the process of being rebuilt. Those basic steps, of being rebuilt. So we could say that that's the good part about it. And we could state that nobody was hurt in this situation. Nobody. So let's hit the applause button on that. That nobody was hurt in this situation. Sorry, I had to burp real quick. But nobody was hurt in this situation. And let's just be grateful and thankful to God that nobody was hurt in this situation. Everybody made it out clean, cool, and clear. Nobody had to go to the hospital or anything like that. But this woman does need to be prosecuted for the arson. I think needs to be prosecuted for the arson, regardless of the situation. This could have went 50 different ways. The whole entire house could have burned down. Um, you don't know who was in the house at the time that it happened. You understand? These people on a separate floor. They're going through their own separate issues. Nobody downstairs. If you live in an apartment building, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody on their floor in their own apartment, they go through whatever they go through. So, I mean, come on, people go through whatever they go through. So you don't know what they're going through. But arson is not setting the house on fire. That is not the answer. Do I think it's a mental situation? No, not really. Should she be evaluated? Yes. And that's just to get that out the way. But do I think it's a mental situation? No, no, I don't. I think this woman really wanted her son out the house, felt like she was being disrespected, and said, "Oh, you want to play with me? You really want to play with me? You want to play with me, mother? Oh, you think it's a game? I will set this on fire." And that's exactly what she did. I mean, you gotta think of it this way, people. Some people will say something and not do it, and some people will say something and do what they say. They will do exactly what they say. And I think that's what this lady did. She did that. I don't know. You might disagree with me. Maybe you might think that this was a mental situation that she broke down because her son did not want to leave, and she felt like, I don't know what, maybe he was trying to take advantage of her, or that situation. We don't know because she doesn't explain why she went to that extent. And this is all of the sources that me and my team we went through. This part she does not explain. But the reason why I bring this particular story up, is because of this. And we're gonna play two-headed coin on this. Because there are some mentally stable people that will do certain things like this. You may think that they're crazy, but they're not. And at the same time, there are some mentally disabled people who will do things like this, who are parents. But the system itself, knowing that they have, what would we call it? Okay, let's call it a disability. Let's call it. Let's say that the state or whatever knows that they have this disability. They do not follow up on these people, and then sometimes things like this, tragic incidents like this happen. Now, to all my listeners, please comment on me. Comment on this. You tell me what you think this was. Do you think this was intentional, or do you think this was another, let's say, result of a mental a mental situation? I don't know. You tell me. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think happened in this situation. And do you think this woman should be criminally prosecuted for the arson? I don't know. You let me know. All right, folks? Y'all let me know. And that's my view and that's my opinion on that. All right, you guys. Y'all, all right, all my listeners, y'all already know what to do. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I also appreciate that. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Okay, hit me up in them comments because I definitely like to read them. Until next episode, I see y'all later. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in.